They're all mobbing the front, as you can see. Kick on for a little bit of safety. Give yourself some vision, at least, of this nasty right-hander that's going to rock into their consciousness very, very quickly, Brian.
Yeah, it is, and they are being shut down. And in fact, one of the riders from Groupama have jumped across to the trio in front. But they've been brought back by Total Energies at the end of this road. They will swing left onto a brief respite of a main road and then turn right straight onto that last pavé section.
They're just powering their way through, but look at they're dragging with them. Van der Poel is here, so is COBBLES. You don't have to look that far behind either. As I'm saying it, I'm looking and I can't see him, but there is Deli. He's out of position at the moment, again trying to come up on the left-hand side where there wasn't terribly much room. And they're onto the highway. Now, this will take us indeed very, very quickly. But watch them all drift over to the left-hand side of the road to give themselves the best view into this. And here we go. If you're in a good position, then so much the better. It looked to me like Van der Poel was just slightly out of position, and Deli most certainly quite a bit more out of position. The race is on, Brian. 2.7 to go.
Yeah, I think it looked like Deli was a little bit too far back. So if something does break on this cobble section, then he is out of position for the moment anyway. But Arkea pushing hard on the front, no real attacks. This is only a short section of 500 metres. At the end we turn right, head up into town, but Van der Poel is right in there and in about 4th place. You can just see him sitting there lurking. I thought he might make an effort on this section, but Kielich was the key to this one. I think Kielich being in that front group made a difference.
Mozzato trying to get through. There you can see that COBBLES following in the wheel of Mathieu Van der Poel, and caught out of position is Arnaud Deli with 2.2 kilometres to go. That's more ground for him to make up. Here is COBBLES, the Serbian champion, just on the back wheel here of Mathieu Van der Poel, is in a decent place. Mozzato, Capio and Biermans all in the frame for Arkea B&B Hotels, have ridden brilliantly. 2 kilometres to go, Brian.
Yeah, it looked as if it was Sénéchal, the former French champion. It was leading across there and off this sector. This is the final sector, and it's flat until 1 kilometre to go, and then it heads up towards the finishing line. But Arkea B&B Hotels in the red, they've got their sprinters kind of queuing up behind. I think definitely Mozzato might be there, or is it Biermans they're going for today? But a decent pace here from Sénéchal.
Certainly is, they believe. The more I look at this, COBBLES looks absolutely fantastic. He's been on great form of late. Arnaud Deli is getting himself back in, hasn't really panicked. And now he's very much on the back wheel of Van der Poel. So 1,400 metres. They'll take this next turn and then introduce themselves to the little inflatable air bridge, the arch, the broken arch, in a few moments' time. They spear through here, opens up, and then recompresses. There's Deli. He's had to make up a lot of ground today. COBBLES looks nice and comfortable. A few others to contend with here. Kopecki's actually involved for Novo Nordisk as well. He's kept quiet for much of the day. Likewise, Van der Poel still stalking. Hard to call. They're stringing out at the moment. COBBLES still in wheel 6 for the time being. Hasn't picked it up just yet. Here we go, Brian.
Yeah, super fast running towards this finishing line, and Mathieu Van der Poel is going for this sprint. I think he's got Paul Magnier on his wheel. I think Arnaud Deli, he's out the saddle. He's a little bit too far back at the moment, but yeah, slowly opening up with Arkea B&B leading this one out.
Van der Poel not lining the blue touch paper just for the time being. I think it's Louis Askew who's in the frame here. There is Van der Poel just tracing the back wheel of Biermans. Here comes Deli, the Belgian champion, trying to find a little bit of vision here. There's not much on offer. Paul Magnier's in the frame here as well. A few others want to join the party late. Emilien Janier suddenly appears from absolutely nowhere to take part in it. Or is it Turgis? We'll have a look. It's the former. It is Janier who is here. There is Van der Poel. When's he going to go? And folding over the top, Uno-X Mobility. I want to have a dig here. Elbows flicking out like a dodgy dad dance, and it's a release. Well, you can't keep a good man down, and this is a very good man. Oh my goodness, drag race for home you might say, but Van der Poel wants to make the day his own and does so. Brilliant at work. Magnier really close at hand, but Mathieu Van der Poel, he is back. He's as big as he ever was. He's opened the box, And Pandora couldn't have done it better. Fabulous. What has he done, Brian?
Well, he clearly came here to race, you could see that. And in the end, you know, he was sitting lurking. Of the run-in, he had the easiest ride, and that's because he put himself in that position. But he opened up there with Magnier on the wheel, and Magnier just didn't have anything left to sprint. He was like sprinting, sat down. If you look at that sprint again, because of the fast nature of this race today, Mathieu van der Poel was the only one that was able to accelerate when we got to about 200 metres to go. He got out the saddle, put some distance between himself and the others were just left in his wake. Paul Magnier, the man of the moment, probably the favourite coming into this, he just had no reaction.